Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I wanted to cover a few pointers today from a new show that I am starting to watch by Mehdi Hasan. He's actually got a new platform called Zeteo on Substack, and it's his first episode of the Mehdi Hasan Unfiltered show. You can also probably check it out on YouTube. He actually interviewed the former Prime Minister of Israel, Prime Minister Ehud Olmert. And he asked him a couple questions, and it only just made me even more puzzled about how this government has existed for so long.
Do you believe Netanyahu deliberately propped up Hamas in Gaza all these years, funneling cash from Qatar to Hamas as a way of undermining and dividing the Palestinians and cynically preventing a two-state solution from emerging?
Yes. You are repeating what I've been saying for a long time, long before the October 7th. From day one, Netanyahu downgraded the Palestinian Authority and almost inevitably upgraded the Hamas.
So after saying all of that about the current Prime Minister Netanyahu, he totally agrees with the fact that Netanyahu has financially supported Hamas. But before this question was even given to him, the first opening question by Mr. Hassan was about how much can you blame Netanyahu for what happened on October 7th? And this is what the former Prime Minister had to say.
Discussing what's happening in Israel with Benjamin Netanyahu. And I wonder, how much do you hold Netanyahu, the Prime Minister who once succeeded you in office, how much do you hold him responsible for what happened on October the 7th, that horrific Hamas attack on Israel and on Israeli civilians?
Netanyahu is not responsible for the attack of Hamas. Hamas is a murderous organization. What they did on the 7th of October is a terrible murder, atrocious.
You can finance an organization that you find to be completely egregious and horrible and kills people, but somehow you're not responsible for what actions they do with the financing you give them over the years of support. I don't understand this at all. And I'm just tired of trying to figure it out. And I think a lot of people are tired of figuring it out. It really just distracts us from what's really going on. And that's the fact that the state of Israel doesn't need to exist. So there you go. I'm saying it. It doesn't need to exist. It doesn't have a right to exist. There's nothing to argue anymore. When you have a government that supports terrorist organizations, and let me tell you, this is a long history. Netanyahu has a lot under his portfolio, as you call it, and resume and CV of doing such actions to sabotage any kind of peace process. So at this point, it seems to me like people cannot be that stupid not to know what he's doing in the state of Israel. If this is what they want, then so be it. So be it. But at this point, I'm not interested in negotiation any longer, or the occupied state of Palestine. Let's be correct about this. Because at this point, insanity is feeding itself, and I'm just kind of tired and worn out trying to acknowledge that any people that call themselves Israeli should even exist in that land. This is the occupied state of Palestine. And there's only one thing I have to tell the Israeli people: get the fuck out. Because what you've done and what you support and who your leadership has been from the very beginning are insane, insidious, and evil people. And if that's the type of people you want to lead your so-called beloved country, then go do it somewhere else where you actually come from. Europe, the States, and wherever little shithole you came from. Because I'm tired of actually dealing with you people. I really am.